Good morning. I'm back on this part of my rehandle of the knife. Okay, so it's set overnight in a vise, clamped and everything. This is all good and glued on now. And since I screwed up and broke my wooden bolsters, well, I've got brass to go in there. I thought about it last night and I thought, well, I'll just do the brass. So right now, I need to, that's got a bad spot from Haytes on it, is clean all this out right here and everything. What I'll do is I'll take a file and just that, or take my knife, a little razor knife, and just kind of clean that out and make sure get all the epoxy off of it. I had tape on it, but still I didn't have it on all of it. But still, this would be easy enough to clean up. And with just the brass bolsters, and it'll have 2 pins in it, so I don't have to worry too awful much about putting vast amounts of epoxy under it, just a little bit. Matter of fact, they'd probably get by with super glue and paint the pins over, so, and that would be sufficient to, because when I paint them over, I'll leave them alone and I can buff them up, grind them down or file them down, and then buff it up, and you'll never even see them, hopefully, if I get that lucky. So yeah, it's cold in here this morning, cool. Here it is, the end of April. Now, why I'm surprised, being cool, feel like a blackberry winter, because they should be blooming by now. I cut a bunch of them down there with a bush hog here a while back. It was good and green. So, okay, that is long and okay. Okay. Top start out the same, the bottom's a little bit different. Not much. So let me work on that just a second here with the file. I may have to clamp it in the vise to do that. That's not going to be thick enough, and these pieces are not big enough for smaller knives. This one, so I'd have to flatten that out right there, which once you give it a good taper, yeah, it'll probably be all right. Yeah, that'll work good. So let me saw this off, finish sawing this off right here. Yeah, I'm trying really hard not to use this hand. Man, does it hurt. Yep, that'll work right there. Works perfectly. Right there. So, there it is. Man, can't get away from this rain. Come on. Yeah. So just to make good and sure right there. Let it set a while. Yeah. Then I'll take it to the drill press over there, which the number 30 drill bit's still in there from yesterday where I drilled these holes. So it's going to have 5 brass pins plus my dog pile there. And like I said, I could probably just get away with super gluing it on there and putting the pins in there and painting them over good. But I'll see. So now that's done there. I know where my scribe is. It's in the house. One of them. This one. Yep. Right there. Now, with the jimping on the back, right here, this, I'll extend into this, back to where it stops. Now this right here is just an etch line, a ferric chloride etch line, because that's where I stopped etching, and it left it in there long enough that I can't sand this mark out here and on the bottom, but that's okay. Okay, that's probably been in on there long enough. Okay, let's take it right here over here to the drill, and yep, right there, and turn a little light on the subject. I'm a firm believer in light. So now take that. It's got a wide enough base on it that it shouldn't hurt anything. It should be right where it needs to be. Real quick so it doesn't heat up. break the glue loose before I can get the other hole in it. Yeah. Now then. Yep. Right there. Just making sure they're just gonna, yep, went in. Yep. Yep. I'm sorry. There they are. Oh. Yeah. Yep, there's that. There they are. Now I'll have to take them over there and cut them with a hacksaw. I don't know if I can do this left-handed or not. The other was kind of it was almost cut in two. So anyway, let me go and clamp this up in the vise right here. See what I can do with it. I'll do that. Yeah. Yeah, there I am. Right there. Left-handed now. Let's see what I can do here. Come on now. Man. You know what? I'll just go cut this with my cut-off wheel. Be a lot faster and a lot easier than trying to do it wrong-handed. So I'm gonna head out to Smithy, so I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, I got that one got it cut, and so I've glued them both on. I've left one pin in and one out for right this second, and glued them in there good on there. So I'm just letting the super glue set so I can get them drilled. Once I drill this lower hole right here, I'll take this pin out and put it in it and move to this one. Hopefully before it heats up so much that it breaks the glue both bonds on both sides. So yeah, this is going to look good. I mean, they got to come off again anyway, because I'm going to put some epoxy on them and then put the pins in them and then let them set for a while. Now this is where 5-minute epoxy would come in good right here, but I don't have any because I don't usually care for it much. So anyway, hopefully that's been on there long enough. So let's go to the drill press. right here and make a little noise in first one thing and another. So we got it right there now. Okay. Flip. Didn't stay on there long enough. Didn't keep a clip on it long enough. Let's super glue it off. So now. Yeah, that ought to be about right. Yep. Looks pretty good. Okay, let's go right there now. This'll come up, but alright, it's got that drilled. Okay. Sorry I left you hanging over there. I'm going to take this out into the smithy, trim it up, and do a little grinding, and I'm going to put a bevel on the fronts of each one of them. The tops and bottoms I'm going to leave a little ragged so I can do it over here on the with a file and get it down. So I'll be back in just a minute or two.